Matatag Curriculum, Math 4, Quarter 2, Week 2. The topic is all about problem solving on multiplication and dividing whole numbers. For the learning competencies and objectives, first, solve multi-step problems involving one or more of the 4 operations with results of calculations up to 1 million, including problems involving money. Second, divide 2 numbers with and without regrouping, 3 to 4 digit numbers by 1 digit number. Day 1. For the short review, what do you call a natural calamity brought by strong winds with heavy rains that may cause flood, landslide, and destruction of structures? Write on the line the letter corresponding to the quotient to decode the word. Number 1, 25 divided by 5 equals blank. 2, 9 divided by 3 equals blank. 3, 20 divided by 2 equals blank. 4, 16 divided by 4 equals blank. Number 5, 7 divided by 1 equals blank. Number 6, 18 divided by 9 equals blank. And number 7, 4 divided by 4 equals blank. Let us now check. The correct answer is typhoon. Have you ever experienced this kind of calamity? Let's solve this problem. Sarah saves a portion of her daily allowance. She saves 15 pesos every day for Christmas. So here are the questions. For the first question, how much will she save in 40 days? You're right. To find out how much Sarah saves in 40 days, multiply her daily savings by the number of days. Total savings equals daily savings times number of days. Total savings equals daily savings times numbers of days. Total savings equals 15 pesos divided by day times 40 days equals 600 pesos. Total savings equals 15 pesos divided by per day times 40 days equals 600 pesos. So, Sarah will save 600 pesos in 40 days. How will you get the total savings? To get the total savings, simply multiply the amount she saves each day, which is 15 pesos, by the number of days she saves, and that is 40 days. This method is straightforward since you are dealing with equal amounts over a set period. From the responses, which will give you the answer easily? Why? The multiplication method gives the answer easily because it's a direct calculation of equal groups or daily savings over time, number of days. This approach is efficient and minimizes the number of steps involved compared to adding the daily savings repeatedly. Today, we will be solving word problems on multiplication. But first, let us recall the steps in problem solving. We have the UPAC, or think, plan, solve, and look back. For number 1, understand the problem or think. Identify what are the given and what is asked. 2. Devise a plan. Choose an appropriate strategy in solving the problem. 3. Answer or carry out the plan, or solve. After identifying a strategy to use, solve and answer the problem. Check or look back. Have time to reflect and look back on what you have done, what worked and what did not work. What words imply multiplication? Next, recall the parts of a division sentence. In the number sentence, 30 divided by 6 equals 5. 30 is the dividend, and 6 is the divisor. In between the 30 and 6, we have the division sign. And in between the 6 and 5, we have the equal sign. And the answer, which is 5, is what we call the quotient. 48 divided by 5 equals 9, remainder 3. The 3 is what we call the remainder. Subtopic 1. Problem solving on multiplication. Let us solve the following multiplication story. After a typhoon, 1,200 people were brought to an evacuation center. The local government provided 3 meals a day for each evacuee for 12 days. How many meals did the local government provided in all? Here is the solution. Step 1. You need to think. What are the given in the problem? How many evacuees were there? How many meals a day per person did the government prepare? For how many days? What is asked in the problem? Here is the solution. Given in the problem, letter A, number of evacuees, we have 1,200 people. For the meals per day per person, 3 meals. Duration in days, 12 days. What is asked in the problem? The total number of meals provided by the local government. Step 2. You need to plan. How will you solve the problem? What operations will you carry out? What strategy will you use? Is there a hidden question? If yes, what is the hidden question? And what is the number sentence? How will you solve the problem? You're right. You can solve the problem by using multiplication to calculate the total number of meals provided to the evacuees over the specified duration. What operations will you carry out? Very good. You can perform multiplication. Specifically, multiply the number of evacuees by the number of meals per day and then multiply that result by the number of days. Letter C. What strategy will you use? You're right. You can use a straightforward calculation strategy, applying the formula for total meals based on the given quantities. This approach helps ensure that all aspects of the problem are considered systematically. Letter D. Is there a hidden question? If yes, what is the hidden question? Yes, the hidden question could be, How does the number of evacuees, meals, and days interact to affect resource planning? This addresses the implications of the numbers in terms of resource management. What is the number sentence? You're right, the number sentence representing the calculation is total meals equals 1,200 times 3 times 12. Step 3, solve. Carry out the operations. Step 4, look back. Check your answer if it is correct. Have time to reflect and look back on what you have done, what worked and what did not work. Let us solve another problem. Example: Adele bought 4 sets of uniforms. She paid 640 pesos for each set. She gave 3,000 pesos to the cashier. How much change did she get? Step 1. Think. Given 4 sets of uniform, 640 pesos each set, 3,000 pesos payment asked. How much change did she get? Step 2. Plan. Hidden question. What is the total cost of the uniforms? Number sentence: 3,000 minus, close and open parenthesis, 640 times 4 equals n. Step 3. Solve. 640 times 4 equals 2,560. 3,000 minus 2,560 equals 440. Answer: she got a chance of 440 pesos. Step 4. Look back. Review your answer. Is it correct? Solve on your own. Follow the steps in problem solving. First question: how many legs are there in 6 cows and 4 chickens? Number 2. In a cheer dance competition, the required number of cheer dancers is 25, and the required number of spotters is 8. There were 12 participating teams. Altogether, how many participants joined the competition? Number 3. A florist buys 20 bundles of roses to be used for wedding decorations. Each bundle has 48 red and white roses. In each bundle, there are 30 red roses and all the rest are white. How many white roses are there in all? Number 4. A 2-day musical event sold 1,000 tickets on the first day and 935 on the second day. If each ticket costs 700 pesos, how much does the musical event earn from the ticket sales? Let us now check. For item number 1, the correct answer is 32 legs. Number 2, how many participants joined the competition? Very good. 396 participants joined the competition. Number 3, how many white roses are there in all? You're right. We have 360 white roses. How much does the musical event earn from the ticket sales? Exactly. It's 1,354,500 pesos. For day 2. Subtopic 2. Dividing 3 to 4 digit by 1 digit numbers without regrouping. Divide using pictorial representation or place value this. 426 divided by 2. On a place value chart from 426 using this. So we have ones, tens, and hundreds. Group the this under each place values by 2's as shown below. For 426 divided by 2 equals 2, 1, 3. It corresponds to the number of hundreds, which is 2, the tens, which is 1, and the ones, which is 3. In total, it's 213. Letter B. 6,905 divided by 3. Group the this under each place value by 3's. Under the ones column, there is one group of 3 and a remainder of 2. Divide using long division. Recall DMBS or divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. In long division, we write the dividend inside the division house and the divisor outside the division house. To easily remember the division process, we think of the members of the family who lives in the house. The representation is DMSB: Dad, Mom, Sis, and Bro. So we have 426 divided by 2. Divide 4 hundreds by 2. 2 times 2 hundreds equals 4 hundreds. Then subtract. Bring down 2 tens. Divide 2 tens by 2. 2 times 1 equals 2 tens. Then subtract. The next, bring down 6 ones. Divide 6 ones by 3. 2 times 3 ones equals 6 ones. And then subtract. Next is divide 6 thousands by 3. 3 times 2 thousands equals 6 thousands. And subtract. Bring down 9 hundreds. Divide 9 hundreds by 3. 3 by 3 hundreds equals 9 hundreds. Subtract. Bring down 0 tens. Divide 0 tens by 3. 3 times 0 tens equals 0 tens. Then subtract. Bring down 5 ones. Divide 5 ones by 3. 3 times 1 equals 3 ones. And then subtract. For the lesson activity, find the quotient of the following numbers using the corresponding methods. Number 1, 664 divided by 6, pictorial. 8,480 divided by 4, long division. 704 divided by 7, long division. 8,624 divided by 2, long division. For day 3, subtopic is all about dividing one digit by one digit number with regrouping. Divide using pictorial representation. Letter A, 235 divided by 3. Group the this under each place value by 5s. 200s are not enough to make a group of 5, so we need to regroup. Divide using long division. Recall DMBS: divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. In long division, we write the dividend inside the division house and the divisor outside the division house. To easily remember the division process, we think of the members of the family who lives in the house. Representation, DMSB: Dad, Mom, Sis, and Bro. 234 divided by 5. Divide 23 tenths by 5. 5 times 4 tenths equals 20 tenths. And then subtract. Bring down 4 ones. Divide 34 ones by 5. 5 times 6 ones equals 30 ones. And then subtract. Number 2, 3,206 divided by 7. Divide 32 hundreds by 7. 7 times 4 hundreds equals 28 hundreds. Then subtract. Bring down 0 tenths. Divide 40 tenths by 7. 7 times 5 tenths equals 35 tenths. And then subtract. Bring down 6 ones. Divide 56 ones by 7. 7 times 8 ones equals 56 ones. And then subtract. The long division exercise below shows different types of errors. Find the errors and explain each type of errors. Find the quotient of the following numbers using the suggested method. Use the back page if needed for your solutions. Number 1, 984 divided by 7. 2, 2,118 divided by 4. 3, 580 divided by 9. 4, 8,319 divided by 6. For day 4, for the learner's takeaways, which strategy do you find easy to perform? In what situations can you use division? What values did you learn from the lesson? Reflection on learning. Perform the task as presented in the illustration. Reflect 3, 2, 1. For 3, things I learned. 2, things I found interesting. And 1, question I have. For day 5, formative assessment. Solve the problem below on multiplication. Chad buys a table at 20,000 pesos and sells it for 22,500 pesos. If he sells 15 computers, how much profit does he make? Letter B, find the quotient by division without regrouping. Number 1, 632 divided by 3. 2, 4,082 divided by 2. C, find the quotient by division with regrouping. 1, 5,824 divided by 8. 2, 467 divided by 5.